In this video, we are assembling the fall slice cards. There's a squirrel, a hedgehog, and a fox. This card is an A2. I have assembled the base on 2 of them already. And you'll notice here on my leaves that I didn't line my tree top up exactly to my base. I thought it looked kind of cool to have the brown in there as well. Since it's fall, I just kind of added a little more dimension to the tree. There is an offset of the tree. This is to, one, make this piece more stable, and also to give you a nice writing surface on the back. I've applied the front, and now let's start here with our tree base. And I'm going to hold this offset slightly, and I'm going to take my ink pad and I'm going to do my edges. I'm not going to do that over my table because my foam pad on this sheds. It's already made somewhat of a mess, even by me not having it over. So I just did it just like that. It doesn't matter how far down you go. This one I did a little bit further down. And I'm going to use my foam tape. It didn't come completely off. Here on the back. So like I said, I am just going to offset this slightly. The only thing you want to be careful of if you decide to do this is to not expand the width, or it will not continue to be an A2 card. Okay, so there's that. Now we've got the 3 base pieces that our slices will slide into. And we're going to put these on next. Now, I like to cover my tabs on the back and the front, because I feel like it helps hold the card together a little bit better. So I just am making sure that it's lined up across the bottom before I glue it. Okay. Now the back, you'll just line up on the 2 curves here on the side and then glue that on. Okay, so we're going to apply the glue to the base. Since the backing is a little bit bigger all the way around. Okay, so I'm going to set this on my table, take my piece, and I'm going to line up those curves. Now that covers our tabs and gives us a sizable surface for writing a greeting on. Okay? I think I keep saying that, so I need to watch that. Next, I'm going to take this. Now the back is heavier than the front because I don't have anything here on the, to off balance it. So I'm just going to slide these pieces in. Going to fold it to the side. Fold it both ways. You don't want your recipient to worry about which way they're closing the card. And now just glue these tabs into place. The other thing doing this way that this allows you to do is it allows you to use some dimensional tape on this front piece, because otherwise, if you don't do that, you cannot use your dimensional tape and the slices will go up over the front design. So you just want to put your acorn together, and I'm going to use a foam circle, but I'm not going to glue it on yet because the leaves go behind. I'm not going to use dimension on my leaves. And then we're going to glue this to the front. Now don't put glue all the way to the top because that's hanging over. And now the base of this one is ready. So warning, there are lots of pieces to these little animals. I think this one actually goes there. So let's just start putting them together. You're going to put the black piece here behind his head. Your other black piece is going to go here behind his nose and mouth. If you're wondering how I know which way to turn my paper, I use textured cardstock, so I'm looking for the texture when I flip it over. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to next put his head on. I'm recording, and then I'm going to insert his little ears, his centers of his ears. The tip of his tail. I've gotten several of these pieces mixed up. That's part of my squirrel. I'm going to do his face. I think this piece, I need to check my files real quick and see which one gets this body piece. I want to make sure that I show you the right way to put them together. Okay. This piece does belong to the fox. I cut everything out at once when I do these. I should have double checked that before I started, but that was an easy fix. I got it off before it dried. So I apologize if I caused you to do that incorrectly. So there's that. Now again, this is an A2 card. So these pieces are small, but they're not unmanageable. I'm gonna add his little arms here to the acorn, and then I'm gonna pop this with a pop dot. There we go. And then just glue him to the base. We're going to slide him here into our card. There we go. And there is our fox. Looks like I need to ink his ears some because he's kind of blending into the tree. So you do want to be mindful of that, of his colors. Maybe change the color of your leaves or just ink him so that he stands out. Now we're going to put together the little hedgehog. He has the least pieces of each one of these little critters. I'm going to do the same thing with him. I'm going to glue his hands into place. And then I'm going to pop up the little acorn. Whoops. There we are. And I think I'm also going to pop him on the base. There he is. Uh-oh. He lost his little hand. Glue that back into place. And there's our little hedgehog. And now let's put together our squirrel. So I'm going to start here with his tail. And because I know already that they kind of blend in, I'm going to go ahead and ink around the edges. Okay, so that the color now this little squirrel has a teeny tiny little tooth. It is not necessary to use that tooth if you don't feel that it will really benefit. So, because it is little. I didn't realize it when I was making it. Now he does have a slight cut here for his mouth. I don't know if you can actually see it on film or not. And he does have a teeny tiny tooth. Again, I did not realize it was so small. I think I'm gonna pop him also. Put on his tummy first. There we go. Maybe I'll just put the dots here on the piece. And pop him up. Uh-oh. There's another one that's not going to stick. And there's our squirrel. So those are the fall animals. The squirrel, the hedgehog, and the fox. Thank you for joining me.